Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott is in a lot of trouble. You see, according to the recent polling data, Greg Abbott's approval rating is now underwater in the state of Texas. Prior to the pandemic, the man had a 59% approval rating, which still isn't all that great, especially for a state as red as Texas likes to think it is, but still above water. But now, not so much anymore. His approval rating has now fallen to 45%, with 54% saying they do not approve of the job he's doing. And yes, folks, a lot of this has to do with his handling of the pandemic. Texas, as we all know, because we have talked about it at length for so many weeks now, one of the worst states in the country, trying to ban mask mandates, trying to fight vaccine mandates, fighting vaccine passports, not allowing counties and cities to take care of their own residents, trying to concentrate all of that authority in the governor's mansion. And it's not working so well. You got people dying left and right, just like you do all across the American South. But that's not the only reason why Abbott's approval rating is tumbling. And that's what's so interesting about this poll, right? If it were just the pandemic, that is easily something the man could overcome. But it turns out his policies, the recent 6-week abortion ban, the open carry law in Texas, turns out voters aren't exactly thrilled with those kinds of things. The state's about split even, 50-50 on the abortion bill. On the open carry bill, 50% of the state already says, we don't like this. So that would be a plurality because you do not have 50% who say they approve it. And of course, this one's really shocking. On the issue of critical race theory, 56% believe that teachers should be, quote, permitted to discuss how historical examples of discrimination in our laws apply to inequalities today. So 56% in Texas say, teach us critical race theory. Teach our kids critical race theory. We don't want it banned like Greg Abbott did. That is truly remarkable, folks. But don't get your hopes up too much. Beto O'Rourke, who says he may run for governor in Texas, 2022 is when they have their next election. He's polling at, 37%. So Beto O'Rourke is not the future. Beto O'Rourke is not the way to go. Please stop trying to make Beto happen because it's simply not going to happen, okay? But the voters in Texas are starting to understand what's happening. They know that this abortion ban, that the ban on critical race theory, that the open carry, these are all Republican pandering bills. That's all it is. And they're, according to these polls, seeing through it because they see past the pandering BS and they see the failures of his actual beliefs and his policies. That's what's important. That's the big takeaway from these polls. They're not buying the propaganda. They're not buying his BS. And this could cost Republicans in the state of Texas dearly in the midterms, not just at the governor's level. Greg Abbott may survive it, but his horrid policies that are pissing people off all over the state might just be enough to drive Democrats to the polls in greater numbers, causing Democrats to secure victories in areas where just a couple years ago that may have seemed impossible. And all of it is being brought to you by one of the most incompetent Republican governors in the United States today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for fresh content 7 days a week.